Hey guys, it's Jason here at the House of Health. So welcome to another Herb of the Week. I hope you're excited. I'm excited again to be back and talking about a new herb this week. The herb I want to talk about today is called Angelica Root. So, to be specific though, there's lots of different types of Angelica Root. So for instance, if you do a quick search out there on Angelica Root, you'll probably see an herb called Dong Quai. Well, Dong Quai is also known as Angelica Root, but it is a Chinese Angelica. So the Angelica I want to talk about today is called Angelica Archangelica. So if you do a search specifically based on that, you'll see the benefits of Angelica Root, or traditional Angelica Root that I'm going to be talking about today. So Angelica Root is kind of mystical when you look up the benefits and the story behind it and what it does. But I want to cut through all that. I'm going to find the truth of what can Angelica do for me. What can Angelica Root do for you? Anybody else that decides they want to use Angelica Root. So Angelica Root has traditionally been used since the Viking times. It's been recorded as being medicinal and being used to treat various different ailments, various different symptoms. The seeds and even the stem are also very useful for the culinary arts, for flavorings, for distinct tastes. So I have two goals I want to talk about today. So first, I want to get you excited, as always, about herbs and about Angelica Root today. And I want you also, hopefully, to find better health, and I want to improve your wellness through Angelica Root. So what can Angelica Root do for me? All right, so what can Angelica Root do for me? What's the mystery behind this Angelica Archangelica? Well, if you research Angelica Root, like I said, it's kind of mystical. You can see things from it curing a plague, from repelling evil spirits, of course being a holy herb, angelic in its nature. So I want to talk about what does it do for my body? What is the truth? What does Angelica do? What can it do? So here are some of the well-known ways Angelica Root could possibly help you. Now remember, these have not all been proven true or researched. So taking Angelica Root is not a cure, but it could possibly help in these specific health issues. So Angelica Root has often been used for loss of appetite due to heartburn, due to indigestion. So it's good for digestive issues. It's been used for excessive intestinal gas. It's been used for bad blood circulation. It's been used for arthritis because it does have some anti-inflammatory benefits. It's also used for respiratory issues, things like bronchitis, asthma, colds, flu, urinary tract infections. So let's elaborate. I want to kind of talk about some of the main benefits that Angelica Root could possibly help you. All right, so one thing you probably noticed about Angelica Root is that it can help with a lot of digestive issues. Well, why can Angelica Root help? What's the science behind it? Well, Angelica Root is a bitter herb, which bitter herbs in general help with digestive issues. So why does Angelica Root work? Well, Angelica Root has an antibacterial property to it, so that it, one, can increase production of stomach acid to help improve digestion, and it also can help in fighting against bacterial issues that might be the reason why you have intestinal issues. So that's the reason why Angelica Root can stimulate appetite, it can improve digestion, it can decrease intestinal gas. So the other reason is Angelica Root has a unique property that's called carminative. So carminative means gas expeller, or to put gas out, or to pull gas out. So Angelica Root will relax stomach muscles, increase the kind of the squeeze and push aspect of the intestines, relax the colon, and this will help with indigestion. It will help with bloating and gas, gastrointestinal spasms, and then in return, it could hopefully help with the appetite, because if your stomach is not cramping as much, or your stomach is not bloated, you're more likely to feel like you can eat. So, do you have digestional issues? Well, Angelica Root could be a wonderful option to help you. All right, so what else can Angelica Root do to improve my health? Well, also on my list of benefits for Angelica Root, you probably saw the different various benefits Angelica Root has on the respiratory system. So Angelica Root is both what they call an expectorant and a cough suppressant. And it also possibly can increase your sweating ability. So the plant is known for its expectorant properties, which means that it helps decongest or get out phlegm and congestion. It's been traditionally used, and that's why Angelica Root can be good for bronchitis, it'd be good for asthma, it'd be good for any various different respiratory system ailments. So it's commonly used as an expectorant, a decongestant, because Angelica Root has some unique respiratory benefits. It can relax the lung tissue, and so therefore helping release congestion, and then also allowing mucus to flow so the body can get rid of that mucus, get rid of that congestion. At the same time, Angelica Root also works as a lung tonic in healing and strengthening that lung tissue. So, as you can see, Angelica Root is a very useful herb to use for coughs, for bronchitis, for pleurisy, especially if there is a fever or a cold or flu related to it because of the increased sweating benefits. So, no, Angelica Root probably won't cure the next plague, but it can be a great, useful herb if you have respiratory issues or you suffer from chronic respiratory issues. All right, so you might be wondering, how do I use Angelica Root? Where do I get it? Well, you can come down to the House of Health and get it in loose form. You can buy it by the ounce, all the way up to a pound, and make a tea with it. Put it in hot water, steep it like you would a tea bag, and get the benefits of it. Get that respiratory benefit, or get that digestive soothing benefit of Angelica Root. Another way is to get it in liquid tincture form, which is an easy way to get a concentrated dose of Angelica without having to make the tea and do the work. You can just simply do a dropper or several droppers, depending on what you're trying to do. So I hope I got you excited about Angelica Root, and I hope you're continually excited about herbs, and I hope to see you again next time on my Herb of the Week. So thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something today. I hope that I brought some light to what Angelica Root could do and what it could do for you. So again, thank you, and I'll see you next week.